and all. I am Gayatri, Head of Home Science Department, Besant Women's College, Mangalore, and convener of today's webinar. Welcome you all. At the outset, I would like to invoke the blessings of Almighty through the shloka. Agajanana Padmarkam, Gajanana Maharnisham, Anekadantam Bhaktanam, Ekadantam Upasmahe. It's my pleasure to welcome our resource person, Dr. Archana Prabhat, Head of Department of Food Science and Nutrition, Center for Postgraduation and Research, Alva's College, Mudbidri. Welcome, Dr. Archana. I'm happy to welcome Shri K. Devananda Pai Sir, Correspondent of Besant Women's College and Secretary of Women's National Education Society, Mangalore, our Principal, Dr. Satish Kumar Shetty P., Beltangadi Ganesh Krishna Bhatt, Correspondent of Besant PU College and Member of Management Committee, Mr. Syed Khader, IQAC Coordinator, and all the participants. We welcome you all to this webinar. Good food is essential for a healthy living. Each and every cell of our body has its own birth and death. Every body cell is subject to wear and tear, degeneration, and renovation constantly and continuously. This complex vital body process is linked directly to the food we consume. What we feel, think, and express depends on what we eat. Evidently, there is a significant trend of changes in food habits because of this pandemic situation. Many have been forced to make these changes, which have compelled them to give attention to nutrition and to change towards more natural and local foods. If we have good eating habits, our health will be better, since good food guarantees a natural immunological system and hence diminishes medical expenses. As often forgotten saying of the father of modern medicine, Hippocrates, reminds us, let your food be your medicine and let not your medicine be your food. To overcome this pandemic situation, we have to boost our immunity with healthy lifestyle. In this regard, we have organized webinar titled The Immune Booster. Now, I request our correspondent, Shri K. Devananda Pai Sir, to convey his wishes on this occasion.
Good morning. My fellow member on the Governing Council, Mr. Ganesh Krishna Bhatt, the Principal, Dr. Satish Kumar Shetty, the HODs of Departments of Home Science and Food Nutrition Dietetics, Madam Gayatri and Madam Kirti Shri, the Chief of IQAC, Mr. Syed Khader, heads of all the departments and the members of the faculty, the resource person, Dr. Archana Prabhat, all the participants and ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this webinar on Immune Booster. It's a great opportunity for me to be a part of this webinar at a time when the human community all over the world is passing through a disastrous pandemic crisis. The issue Immune Booster to be deliberated here is of immense importance, as it would definitely provide some inputs and help us to build up our immune system to fight COVID-19. However, as we would come across numerous tips to stay healthy, precautions to keep COVID-19 at bay, and the food habits to be cultivated in order to stay healthy, and the priority is to build up immune against infection. Therefore, this webinar has been organized at this point of time, and I am sure it would make us stronger to face the challenges ahead. I congratulate the head of Department of Home Science and Food Science, Madam Kirti Shri and Madam Gayatri, and their team for conducting this webinar in a befitting manner. Finally, I wish all of us to stay safe. God bless all of us. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. My sincere request to our principal, Dr. Satish Kumar Shetty P, to deliver his inaugural address.
Very good morning to all of you. Respected correspondent for college and Secretary of Women's National Education Society, correspondent of Besant PU College and the member of Women's National Education Society, Sir Baltangadi Ganesh Krishna Bhatt, my dear colleagues and technical staff members. The idea of boosting your immunity is enticing, but the ability to do so has proved elusive for several reasons. The immune system is precisely that, a system, not a single entity. To function well, it requires balance and harmony. There is still much that researchers do not know about the intricacies and interconnectedness of immune response. For now, there are no scientifically proven direct links between lifestyle and enhanced immune function. But that doesn't mean that the effects of lifestyle on the human immune system are not intriguing and should not be studied. Researchers are exploring the effects of diet, exercise, age, psychological stress, and other factors on the immune response, both in animals and in humans. In the meantime, general healthy lifestyle strategies are a good way to start giving your immune system the upper hand. Healthy ways to strengthen your immune system is to choose healthy lifestyle. Following general good health guidelines is the single best step you can take towards naturally keeping your immune system strong and healthy. Every part of your body, including your immune system, functions better when protected from environmental assaults and blasted by healthy living strategies. Many products on store shelves claim to boost or support immunity, but the concept of boosting immunity actually makes little sense scientifically. In fact, boosting the number of cells in your body, immune cells or others, is not necessarily a good thing. For example, athletes who engage in blood doping, pumping blood into their systems to boost their number of blood cells and enhance their performance, run the risk of strokes. As we age, our immune response capacity becomes reduced, which in turn contributes to more infections and more cancer. As life expectancy in developed countries has increased, so too has the incidence of age-related conditions. While some people age healthily, the conclusion of many studies is that compared with the younger people, the elderly are more likely to contract infectious diseases and even more importantly, more likely to die from them. Repository infections, influenza, the COVID-19 virus, and particularly the pneumonia are a leading cause of death in people over 65 worldwide. No one knows for sure why this happens, but some scientists observe that this increased risk correlates with the disease in T cells, possibly from the age factor and producing few T cells to fight off infection. Whether this disease is creating problems is not fully understood. Others are interested in whether the bone marrow becomes less inefficient at producing the stem cells that give rise to the cells of immune system. With these few words, I, on behalf of Besant Women's College, Bangalore, extend a very warm and cordial welcome to Dr. Archana Prabhat, HOD, Department of Food Science and Nutrition, Center for Postgraduate and Research, Alva College, Mudbidri, for accepting our invitation
to be the resource person for the webinar. A very hearty welcome to you, madam, to this webinar. Our beloved correspondent and secretary of our Women's National Education Society, Sir K. Devananda Pai, is a source of inspiration to all of us. A very warm and cordial welcome to you, sir, for your gracious presence. I also extend a very warm and cordial welcome to the member of Women's National Education Society and correspondent of Besan National PU College, Sir Baltangadi Ganesh Krishna Bhatt. I take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome to the convener of the webinar, Mrs. Gayatri Kumari, HOD Home Science, and the co-conveners of the webinar, Ms. Kirtishri Nayak and Ms. Supraja Lakshmi, for their initiative to organize this webinar. A very warm welcome to you, madams. Special thanks are due to the technical staff, Mr. Ritesh and Mr. Ravindra Murthy. Last but not the least, I extend a very warm and cordial welcome to all my colleagues for their technical support in our endeavors. A very warm and cordial welcome to all the participants in joining with us in our webinar program. Thank you. Have a fruitful session.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to introduce our resource person, Dr. Archana Prabhat. Dr. Archana has a doctorate from University of Mysore and has completed basic research training from Mysore. She works as professor and head in Department of Postgraduation Studies in Food Science and Nutrition, Alva's College, Mudbidri, with 19 years of teaching experience and project supervision. She is known to be a pioneer of BSc and MSc programs and in Food Science and Nutrition at the Mangalore University. She serves as chairperson of Board of Examination and member of Board of Studies at Mangalore University and Autonomous College institutions. Instrumental in framing the syllabus for all courses of food and nutrition programs of the Mangalore University, Archana plays an important role. Dr. Archana has 25 publications in reputed journals at national and international level. Dr. Archana has presented more than 35 papers at conferences held at national and international level. She also served as a head of undergraduate department from 2001 to 2014. She has guided 50 MSc students for their project work. Archana authored a book called Household Food Distribution and Family Food and Nutrition Security. She is the convener of regional, national seminars and international conferences organized by the department in the years 2010, 13, 16, 17, and 2019, respectively. She is the recipient of Best Women Faculty Award from Nature Science Foundation, Coimbatore for the year 2019. We are very proud to have Dr. Archana Prabhat as resource person for today's webinar. Now, I request Dr. Archana Prabhat to take over. Over to you, Dr. Archana.
Thank you, Gayatri, for your kind introduction. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers for having given me this opportunity. Well, I'm pleased to understand that due to this COVID-19 pandemic, there's an increase in the mental health awareness. Half of the world's population have ramped up their mental health status. Of course, it's a good sign. That is, mentally they have become much more healthier and stronger than before. On the flip side, referring to the country data, the major victims of pandemic are mainly the elderly people, the young ones, type 2 diabetics, and multi-morbidity disease subjects. So your question lies here. Why is it so? What's the reason behind this? Yes, it's the immune cells that's common among all of these categories here. In a simpler words, they are defense cells. Either there's a lack of immune cells or they're feeble, resulting in an impaired function. Well, that's the context of my session, Immune Boosters. Well, I would like to start with this, an healthy diet, because it's a base. The first and the foremost thing is have mindful eating. An healthy diet should be comprised of diverse foods, colorful, natural, and RDA. The diet should be emphasized for diversity. That is, when you plan out your day's diet, that's your breakfast, your lunch, and the supper, I ensure that there'll be maximum foodstuffs from different food groups, which gives a variety. Because planning is done here. Breakfast. Don't skip the breakfast. It is to kickstart your energy level so that it helps you to sail through the day. Colorful. Brighter the color, bigger the benefits. The intense color of the foodstuffs have active chemical compounds called antioxidants which safeguards your foodstuff. So create a rainbow on your plate. Natural. When you construct your plate, give maximum importance to natural foods rather than the preserved foods or the processed foods, because you'll be avoiding all of ready-to-eat foods, ready-to-cook foods. I'm sure with natural foods, you'll get maximum benefits because they are devoid of any artificial agents. Okay, now it's all with your RDA. That's from ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. They have some standard follow. Yes, you can go for it. If not, you have to consult a dietitian so that she or he helps to plan out a diet for you, keeping in consideration with all your body parameters. So you'll never miss out any of the nutrients. So with all this intact, you will reach out an optimum nutrition on your plate. So neither there's deficit of any nutrients nor there is an excess of any nutrients here. Yes, what is nutrients? What are these nutrients here? In a jiffy, I would like to brief out on the nutrients. There are two types, macro and micronutrients here. These macronutrients are required by the body in larger amounts. They do supply energy, carbs, protein, and fats. Carbohydrates, they form 70% of your, it should form 70% of your diet as of Indian context. They are the chief source of energy. They exist in three forms, that sugar, starch, and fiber. The body takes it as much as it is required for the metabolic activity, and the rest of it would be stored as glycogen in muscles and liver. Yes. Now with the proteins, they are the body building foods. They help in giving the real structure to your cells. Often, there's wearing of tissue, so it helps in the tissue formation. In extreme starvation, the proteins which are stored in the muscle will be used up for your body, will be used up for your energy. Fats. There's a lot of misconception. Fats are not good. They have cholesterol. They have an adverse effect on. No. It's very safe when taken in sufficient amounts because they make hormones. These hormones are the chemical substances which has a control on the functions of entire organs. They protect your organs and keep them warm. The excess of fat would have stored in the adipose tissues. So this will also be used for your energy on prolonged starvation. See, I've listed out all about the food sources and the dosage at the end of each nutrients. So you all can just have a look as and then I present you all the slides. Now moving on to this micronutrients. These are the accessory nutrients here. They are required by the body in smaller amounts. Vitamins and minerals here. Vitamins are of fat soluble and water soluble. This water soluble vitamins have to be thoroughly supplied. So that thoroughly supplied because as it gets lost through water. Minerals, are found in the form of ions in the body. They are the accessory nutrients because they help in the release of energy from the macronutrients. So oftentimes we see that they have a similar set of functions, that they help in the production of WBC, that's the immune cells. They give the real structure to your cell. They help in the growth and development of a young individual, and as you age, it's purely for the maintenance of your body, regulation of cell functions. That's, as you all know, there would be a thorough rotation of regeneration of cells. So this way, they are helpful at cellular level. Transmission of brain signals. They make neurotransmitters. The nerve impulses are neuron end. Next, it's a blood coagulation. There are 12 clotting factors. So these clotting factors are made with the help of these vitamins and minerals. So they work together as cofactors to speed up your biochemical reaction using enzyme as a catalyst. Now coming to the most important part of my session, that's the immune system. Immune system. They are immune system, they are group of complex cells, process and chemicals. So the cytokines, the chemical messengers within the system would be helping to coordinate the whole process of immune system. There are two types, that's the innate immune system and the adaptive immune system. The innate immune systems that you're born with and they're constantly active. The cells of this system, that's the phagocytes, they recognize an invader and it goes into the action immediately. So and these cells engulf the bacteria or pathogens or anything with the foreign substances and they destroy them. The adaptive immune systems, they are dependent on innate immune system. Of course, they work together. These immune systems are developed when the body is exposed to microbes or the chemicals produced by these microbes. So these acquired immune system, with the help of innate immune system, they make antibodies. Of course, these antibodies are not made instantly, or maybe it is not done in a day or maybe a day or two. It takes several days to make these antibodies. So if you've already been on some immunization, your body trains up your immune system to make these antibodies and protects from harmful diseases. So any chronic diseases or chronic inflammation would weaken your immune system. Okay, antioxidant is something which supports your immune systems. Yes, these immune systems, as I told you all, they are the vital part of your body which protects from antigens. That's your pathogens or it may be your foreign invaders there. These antioxidants would be supporting the immune system because it basically protects your body from free radicals here. And these free radicals are those which are in smaller diameter and they are the cell damaging cells which are produced by the body waste. And these antioxidant neutralizes with free radicals. So in case there's an excess of free radicals, because it's not that it is just within the body your free radicals are produced by the waste. Even from the environmental factors, you smoke or maybe with a lot of tobacco usage, there will be an increase in the level of free radicals. So if there are no sufficient antioxidants to neutralize these free radicals, it will be hampering your whole system of the body, which in turn affects your immune system. It stimulates fat breakdown. That's the reason they are mainly used for weight loss program. Boosting the gut bacteria. It improves your gut health. So put your digestion at ease. Reduces the inflammation. So what is this inflammation? Inflammation is actually a chemical which is produced when your cells are damaged, and this triggers a response from the immune system. It increases the flexibility of arteries. So arteries, yes, they should be flexible enough to take in the blood, to help in the normal blood flow. It shouldn't get clogged or it shouldn't get hardened. So in that ways, your blood would be efficient enough to carry the oxygen to various tissues of the body. Yes. I have listed out the most essential nutrients which favors the immune system in their distinctive ways. Remember, you will find a similar set of functions in all of these nutrients here, but they join together to steer the body function. Vitamin A stimulates the production and activity of lymphocytes. These lymphocytes are a type of leukocytes, that's WBC. There are two types of lymphocytes, that's B cells and the T cells. Together they work to fight against the antigens. With the presence of antibodies, they fight against the viral infection, and that's how it keeps your body safe. Yes. By B1 and B2, thiamine and riboflavin. They too produce antibodies and strengthen the immune system. Folate, that's B9, supports the immune function. Decline in your body function. So obviously there won't be any such quantum of cells to take care of the whole system. So if you have been ever using these folate rich foods, it helps in the normal proliferation of T cells to safeguard your body. Going on with your next vitamin B6, yes, it is like the other vitamins, they too ramp up the immune system. The deficiency of these B6 may not produce any antibodies. Vitamin C, it's an amazing one. It does support your immune system. Apart from that, they are equally involved in the production of WBC, enzymes and antibodies. So together, they are the defense mechanism of the body. So if you have ever been using regular doses of vitamin C, I'm sure it creates an anti-inflammatory environment within your body, and it just goes viral in your body and keeps damaging your free radicals, and very safe it will be with its composition. Vitamin D, as you all know, it's a sunshine vitamin D. This is involved in the integral function of the immune cells. They activate the T cells and also helps in the production of inflammatory cytokines, that's the chemical messengers which are mainly into the coordination of the whole system, and they do identify the antigens and lock them. They might not allow any of these pathogens to get into the body. Yes, vitamin E. It's a natural antioxidant, more powerful. It strengthens the immune system. Straight and simple, they fight free radicals, prevents oxidative stress, and boosts the production of WBC. Never your body would fall short of WBC with a regular dose of vitamin E. Selenium. It's a mineral. Deficiency of selenium is associated with impaired immune function. So lesser the amount of T cells, very easily fall prey to viral infection. Lesser the production of cytokines, the chemical messengers, no coordination. So Remember, there should be enormous amount of selenium going into your body. Zinc puts you at a great oxidative stress when the content of zinc is low. Oxidative stress, it's a imbalance between the antioxidants and the free radicals. The resulting molecules have an unpaired electrons, which has an adverse effect on your immune system. So it fights against the infection, mainly into the regulation of immune response, that is survival, proliferation, cells in the multiplication, and also the maturation of the immune cells. So they are readily active. Iron, yes, it's quite popular, and you all know that iron deficiency anemia as would result in lack of concentration. They become more lethargic, easily susceptible to infection. So they are invariably proportional to your immune system. So you need to correct your hemoglobin level. Iodine regulates the immune system, of course. They all, as I've already mentioned, they all have they are very prompt in regulating the immune system. The special thing about this iodine is they remove all your toxic chemicals. Might be of chemical or biological, they're all easily removed. It can kill 90% of the pathogens with a short stint of time. Next, omega-3 fatty acids. Basically, they are brain foods, but apart from that, they do a lot for immune system. Reduces the inflammation and it promotes healing after the attack. Yes, water, the main component of your body fluids here. Yes, as you all know, it is something which has got a lot to do to your body. They serves as a carrier of all the nutrients. They help in the transportation of all the nutrients right from the food is ingested until it leaves the body. It removes all your waste from your body. Regulation of body temperature. Slight elevation in your body temperature, there's a fluctuation in your immune system. So water would be helpful for both there. Then electrolytes. There's a delicate balance between sodium and water. If there's a small change in your sodium level, it affects your water. Small change in your sodium level, your water would be affected. So because it has a water holding capacity. So this eventually affects your blood pressure. Body metabolism, of course, as a lubricant and the shock absorber. So I've mentioned 2 to 3 liters of water. Yes, this would definitely help your immune system, because as I told you, flushes out all your toxins. So detoxifying, and this 2 to 3 liters of water is as per the normal requirement, but inclusion of your other watery foods will also help to keep up this requirement here. So because your body takes up as much as it is required for the metabolic activity, and the rest of it would be shunted out from the body. So to be more precise, every 20 kgs of body water demands a liter of water. Yes, antioxidant rich foods. Green tea packed with flavonoids and theanine. Green tea, when compared with your black tea, they have a high antioxidant potential because they are not non-fermented, whereas the black tea are fermented. So when during this fermentation process, they leach out all the antioxidant that's present in the foodstuffs. Dark chocolates, they neutralize free radicals. It improves the brain function, of course, as and then it reduces your stress level, your cortisols, your catecholamines. They're all the stress hormones. So all that will be reduced if you all have at least 1 or 2 chocolates in your day. Mushrooms, it's mainly for neurological disorders. See, all this I've mentioned, dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's diseases. So that's commonly you get to see among age-old people. So this has an effect on your immune system. So they tend to become weak as and then they are diagnosed with these disease conditions. Spinach, they are loaded with antioxidants. Broccoli, very naturally they have vitamin A, C, E, and of course fiber. Remember, these green leafy vegetables should be carried out on moderate flame, the cooking process I mean to say. They should be lightly cooked because so that it retains all of the nutrients or maybe the antioxidants. If it's overdone, they're gone with the wind. Garlic, it's the allicin which is present in the garlic fights against the viral infection or the bacterial infection. And gingerol present in the ginger decreases the inflammation. Turmeric as a detoxifying agent, they do exhibit antiviral property. Curcumin, that is. Yogurt stimulates the immune system. That's the probiotic. This probiotic are live and active culture. So they are the harmless bacteria. So this fights against the harmful bacteria and keeps you all safe. So you all have familiar with nutrients. You have gone on to the next level, that is all about the antioxidants here. Now to probe further, I would like to just talk on this ORAC values here. That's oxygen radical absorbance capacity. This was developed by National Institute of Aging and National Institute of Health here. So this measures the antioxidant potential of foods. Higher the ORAC value, better will be the oxygen carrying capacity of blood and lungs here. Fruits and vegetables, of course, they have high ORAC values because antioxidant comes straight from them. As per the USDA recommendation, 3,000 to 5,000 units of antioxidants per day is what advised. Okay, now other than the nutrients, sleep and exercise also enhances your immune system. Sleep. Melatonin is a sleep hormone. It regulates your mood. So when you have had a good sleep, I'm sure it would have managed your stress hormones, your inflammation and the blood pressure. Even if you have shown little of high in your stress hormones, it will come down. Your blood pressure also will be in the normal range. If not, you get disoriented, you get agitated. So make sure that you will have 7 hours of sleep for good health. Exercise, play a sport, leisure walk, brisk walk, intense activities, anything that you wish to. Because the main intention is to enhance your feel-good hormones. That's serotonin, endorphins, and dopamine. They're all feel good. You will have a pleasurable feeling. Increases your gut health. So puts your digestion at ease. Flushes out all your stress hormones. Decreases the risk of obesity. Because as you all know, if you are a little above the range of BMI, you are prone to chronic disease conditions here. So with the amount of exercise that you put in, I'm sure you will be at a lower risk of all this danger. Increases your metabolism. Decreases your blood pressure. That's of course yeah, because it's something, it widens your arteries and it keeps you little alert all throughout the day, and that happens only when your blood pressure is in the normal range. So make sure a substantial amount of physical activity is must and should. Give time out for yourself. 30 minutes is what that you will have to spend for yourself to improve your physical well-being. Okay. Now stress. Actually, I'm not a psychologist to give a justification on this, but this has got a lot to do with your immune system because it triggers a cascade of stress hormones. The work pressure, yes, and you are with hectic and erratic schedule, you're stressed out. Take a mindful break. If you're into yoga, give time out for some asanas or you meditate. Reap the benefits. If you all are very good at your breathing process learned in the yoga, I'm sure it can help you to put you in a very relaxed atmosphere. Aerobics, or it might be of some Zumba, some kind of workout that you do in your day schedule, it enhances your feel good hormones. Yeah. So what is it? The special thing about the feel good, as I told you, it's a pleasurable feeling, and also it puts your stress level down. We are all in the digital age. Online classes, online evaluation, the whole day we sit with the system, and that's how we have increased our screen time. Reduce it. Consciously you disconnect and connect with people, family or friends, and make sure that your opening statement of your conversation should have positive vibes. Okay, you're spaced out. Just climb up the stairs, go up and down, and by the time you're back, your stress level will have stopped. Yes. Supplements. When you aren't reaching your nutritional requirement, nor your antioxidants, you're critically ill, bouts of infection, then the problem will be with your immune system. Say yes for supplements so that it has a strong biological effect. It is in the synthetic form, so it increases its action rapidly and puts you back to normal. Remember, when you all take supplement, preferably in the morning and along with the food, so that increases your speed. It'll help in your normal metabolism. Any deficiency disorders, don't neglect. You have to overcome these deficiency disorders with the right supplement. Okay, immune systems, of course, it gets weakened by repetitive infections here. So all this can be avoided with supplements. So moving on to the last slides, I've jotted down few of the hardcore evidences which supports my presentation. The clinical trials, the epidemiological studies, the intervention programs have proved that these nutrients have a strong impact on your immune system. Vitamin A, vitamin D, B6, selenium, iron deficiency, zinc, and you have with these foodstuffs the garlic, turmeric. Yes. Okay, with this I've come to an end of my session. So if you all have any question, you can post it in Q&A so that I can happily address. Gayatri?
Yes. Yes, Archana.
Okay. So is there any time limitation or what?
You can take 2-3 questions, Archana.
Yes.
Participants, if you have any questions, you can just put it in the chat box.
Yes, I have a question from Ashwini. How much time we need to exercise daily? 30 minutes would be sufficient enough to manage your whole day's routine. Depends on the type of exercise that you put in. If it's a leisure walk, you have to go at least for 40 minutes, 45 minutes of walk. If you are into a strenuous activities, give little time for it. That's 20 to 30 minutes would be fine enough. Yes. Please explain the benefits of coconut oil, particularly lauric acid here. Yes, the coastal belt people have been using this coconut oil regularly in their diet because it's widely grown, of course, yeah. So they are the medium chain triglyceride, MCT we call here. It speeds up your biochemical reaction yeah, compared to any other fats. So even the foods cooked with coconut oil will help you to digest fast compared to any other fats and oils here. Although it is a saturated form of fatty acid, but still it does wonders when it gets into your body. Yes. Any other questions? Now, in the interest of time, I may take one or two. Brief of the supplements to maintain normal health. That's from Shalini Sharma. Supplements are advised only when you are critically ill, when you cannot afford to go for natural foods, because they are in the synthetic forms. So they are easily digestible. Your metabolism requires foods which are of very conveniently digest with the known amount of fiber present here. So only in ICU or maybe you're running too short of your nutritional nutrients, then you have to go for the supplements here. Yes, there's another question that's explain ORAC concept here. No, now this is in the trend now, oxygen radiance absorbance capacity, because as we are all in this pandemic situations, we are looking for those foods which should be the real immune boosters here. So instead of having your normal food, you have to be very choosy and pick up those which have more of antioxidant potential here. So say, for example, I mentioned about the ginger, the garlic, or maybe with your turmeric and all. So all this you can make a decoction of this and have it on as a regular diet, especially during this period. So that can give you better antioxidant property for your metabolism. Organizers for inviting me on this platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Archana Prabhat, for such a wonderful session on importance of immunity booster at this time. And I'm sure all the participants would definitely implement these ideas and tips in their lives. So again, once again, I want to tell, due to time constraints, we will not be able to have question answer session. The resource person's email ID will be shared in chat box as well as WhatsApp group. Any queries can be made. Now, I would like to hand over to Ms. Kirtashri Nayak, co-convener of the webinar, to propose vote of thanks. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it, it is like wrapping a gift and not giving it. I, Kirtashri Nayak, from Department of Food Nutrition Dietetics, deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. Our sincere thanks to resource person, Dr. Archana Prabhat, Head, Department of Food Science and Nutrition, Center for Post-Graduation and Research, Alva College, Mudbidri, for gracing today's webinar. Thank you, ma'am, for your interesting and valuable information on immunity boosters. We would like to extend our thanks to Sri K. Devanand Pai, Correspondent, Besant Women's College, and Secretary for WNES. Our hearty thanks to Sri Beltangadi Ganesh Krishna Bhatt, correspondent, Besant National PU College, and to our beloved principal, Dr. Satish Kumar Shetty, for their constant support and encouragement. We also extend a special thanks to Mr. S. Syed Khadar, IQAC coordinator, Besant Women's College, and to Mr. Ritesh Kumar, our technical coordinator. I also extend a special thanks to the convener of the event, Ms. Gayatri, Head, Home Science Department, Besant Women's College. My heartfelt thanks to the heads of various departments and faculties for their valuable contribution, guidance, and encouragement in all our efforts. We express our sincere thanks to administrative staffs. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants for your cooperation and overwhelming response and making this webinar a resounding success. Thank you, one and all.